Alice Drive Middle, we believe the safety of our students and staff is of the utmost importance. That is why I want to take a little time to talk to you about some of our emergency procedures. One of our emergency procedures is what's called a shelter in place. A shelter in place is a term given to a situation where it is unsafe to leave the building. The most common reasons for this would be severe weather or a chemical hazard. This is different from a lockdown, which is where there is a potentially dangerous threat within the building. If a shelter in place is announced over the PA system, it is imperative that everyone is quiet so they can receive further instructions. This is because the instructions may be different for different situations. For example, if it's a severe weather issue, yet the threat is not immediate, we may continue on with the regular school day, just monitoring the situation closely. Perhaps the most serious and dangerous threat that would prompt a shelter in place to be enacted would be a chemical hazard. The most likely way this would happen would be if a large truck carrying hazardous materials or chemicals were to crash on the road outside of our school. If a shelter in place is announced for a chemical hazard, the first thing we need to worry about is the quality of the air we are breathing in. If you are outside of the building, you need to get back inside of the building and into the nearest classroom immediately. If there are outside windows in your classroom, they need to be sealed. This can be done using plastic and tape. You should also seal the door to the classroom with tape and plastic. First, check the hallway to see if there are any other students or staff members who could use the safety of your classroom. You will also want to cover any air conditioning or heating vents that lead into your classroom. Administration will call the district office to shut off the main HVAC unit, but you're still going to want to cover those vents just in case. As you can see, a shelter in place is the type of events that requires very close cooperation between students and staff. When a PA announcement is made, you must listen very closely to determine what type of threat we are facing and follow the instructions that are given. Within a classroom, the teacher will lead the class to prepare for the emergency. The teacher may assign students to cover a door or a window or a vent. Please listen very carefully and take her instructions very seriously. Of course, we hope we don't have to face these types of situations. However, we do know that they can occur. That is why we must be prepared. Together, we can be the safest school possible.